imagine your job interview is going as well as you would have hoped. You meet the essential qualifications, have a harmony with the hiring manager. All the pre-interview practice sessions you did with your family or friends help you a lot to gain confidence in your interview. You have a real feeling of crack to land this job. Then suddenly you hear an awkward but important interview question. What are your salary expectations? Suddenly at that point, what would you say? What you respond? Either you provide an exact number or salary range, or say whatever the company knows, or you will not respond anything. If you not respond anything, this will impact a negative response. I know this is a really important but tricky question. You can't skip this. But here I'm going to give you some sample answers and tips to give this answer effectively for this question. So let's dip into dive. Hello everyone, I'm Shalini Yadav, your interview coach. Today we are tackling one of the trickiest part of the job interview, answering the dreaded, what are your salary expectations? Whether you are just starting out or well into your career, knowing how to navigate this question can make a huge difference in landing the job and the salary you deserve. According to the HR expert, if you reach to answer this question, the chances of selection is high. After responding with satisfying answer, approaching this question doesn't need to be scared, especially when you know what value you can add to this role. From the expert point of view, it has been found that in many job interviews, candidates anticipate with great fear of salary expectation questions. I know sometimes it's quite difficult to answer this question, but if you keep in mind one thing, and that is if you lowball a figure, you are leaving money on the table. Means when job candidates are asked about their salary expectations, many feel nervous. They worry that if they mention a salary that is too low, which indicates they underestimate their performance, they might miss out on earning more money that the employer could have been willing to pay. On the other hand, if you ask a salary that's too high, the employer might think you are too expensive to hire and decide not to consider you for a job. No matter where you are in your career, that's a tough calculation. But the good news is, when discussing about what are your salary expectations, here in this video, I'm going to give you 3 important tips you can use to answer this question to giving salary figures that will be fair enough to you and within your employer's budget. Timing, tact, and research are all key to success when discussing money with a potential employer. So here are 3 tips for how to provide your salary expectation answer to the hiring manager in interview. Tip number 1 is research the market and the salary trend. No matter what type of position you are seeking or at what level, make sure you research the average salary range for that, because this tricky question gives you the opportunity to convince the hiring manager that you deserve top dollar. Before you attend the interview, to find the average salary for your job, you can use websites like PayScale, Glassdoor, Indeed, and Salary.com, which accumulates salary data from users, allowing you to research by job title, location, sector, experience, and the company to compare average salaries across different platforms. Suppose if you search average salary range for the data analysis position. So these are the search results. You can find here the average salary range from the different platforms. Similarly, you can search for any other country. Most important in the US-based agency, the Bureau of Labor Statistics also provide a comprehensive information for various occupational through their occupational employment statistics data. Bureau of Labor Statistics has a 12 survey of programs that provide information on pay and the other benefits. Similarly, in India, there is a government website and a separate ministry has made. the Ministry of Labor and Employment. Here you can go through different tabs like About Us, Policies, Act and Rules, Schemes, and etc. But to check the minimum standard rate, you can check from here. That is Act and Rules. Here, click on the wages and see all the important acts related to pay or standard rate for a job in a particular city or state. Simultaneously, you can also compare the average salary on pay scale, Glassdoor, etc. as already I have mentioned. Now, I have placed the link to these websites in the description below the video for you. Once you finish watching this tutorial, make sure you check those out. Tip number 2. Consider giving salary expectation in a range. Make sure during the interview, candidates shouldn't ask first about the salary. Raising the topic of money and the other benefit early could demonstrate that you are more interested in money rather than position. If hiring manager asks what's your salary expectation, state salary in a range, not a specific number. Make sure you ask for a salary that is slightly below the highest range of the average. For example, average salary for your particular job is $25,000 to $35,000. Make sure you choose a salary that is just below the highest range, and that is particular range you can go for $30,000. I have one more example for you. You can respond confidently by stating, I am targeting a position with base salary between X amount to Y amount as a minimum. This approach ensures you present your true value accurately, avoiding both underselling and overselling yourself. So like this, you can also respond to this question. Tip number 3. Truthfully justify why. Why you are worth to this particular salary. Always be honest about your experiences, skills, and impact in your resume, cover letter, interview, and salary discussions. Misinterpretations are likely to be revealed through references checks, skills tests, and job performance. Instead of discussing the past salaries, focus on values you bring to the role. To answer this, why you work this particular job or salary, you can say or pick these sample answers before attending the interview. I carried out some research to establish the average salary range is between $25,000 to $35,000. Although I feel I am worth the higher salary range, I understand that you do not know me, and I have a responsibility to prove my worth. On that basis, I would be comfortable with a salary of $30,000. I believe, based on my hard-working nature, my ability to get up and quickly in the role, and my commitment to your company plan, will soon you see a positive return on your investment if you choose to hire me. So like this, you can stand out in your interview by picking these sample answers. Remember, discussing salary doesn't have to intimidate you. When you know your worth and back it up with research, you will feel confident in asking for a fair compensation. So this is for all today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the link in the description for resources to help you with your salary research. Good luck and see you in the next video.